Okay, what is up, everybody? Hello, hello. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Snowboard Pro Camp live hangout. I'm Kevin, back to talk to you guys. I used to do this chat every week, and this is going to be the first chat back to doing weekly. So I did a poll on YouTube asking you guys what is the best time, the best day to go live, and the response was to go live on Sundays. So every Sunday now, I'm gonna go live with you guys for the rest of the winter season at least. We'll see how it goes, but let's get this rolling for the next like 6-7 months. Super excited about the snowboard season. I'm not sure what it is about September's, but I feel like when September rolls around and you start getting that like cold feeling in the air, it just sparks something inside of like at least myself. So something has been sparked and I'm like so excited for the winter season. Been getting ready, making some plans. So I want to talk to you guys about that. But yeah, a lot to talk to you guys about, and also just want to answer any of your questions too. So if you guys have any questions about getting ready for the season, making plans, anything at all to do with snowboarding, definitely just hit me up, and I'm gonna try to answer as many questions as possible. But I thought this would be a good time too, just to talk to you guys, to share with you guys what I've been up to and what my plans are, and just what's going on with me and the channel, just to keep you guys posted as well. But yeah, let's check in. How's everyone doing? Does this sound good? I'm trying to. I got the little microphone here, so hopefully that sounds nice. People are commenting on the stash. Thank you. Yeah, that's like I got some like water in it. That's something new. So trying out the stash. Let's see who's on here. Let's give some quick shout outs, and then I want to talk to you guys about my upcoming plans. But yeah, Bad Riders, thanks for hopping on, man. Swanee Brews. We got Chuck Van, Old Man Shredder. We got Engine on here. Gonna see Engine in a few weeks in Austria. We got Sunny. Saturday Farm Stand is on here. Tons of recognizable names. We got El Stacker Adventures saying cannonball the like button. Thank you, man. We got Cyper X. All those, yeah, everyone getting in super early. We already have 46 people in the chat, 32 likes. Amazing. Thank you guys for hopping on. Let me just tell you guys about what's been going on, and then we'll get into your guys' questions. But I guess like the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is that this season I've been actually looking to partner with a snowboard brand. So I've been talking to a few different brands, and trying to work out some kind of exclusive partnership with the brand and Snowboard Pro Camp. And in the past, I've kind of I've sort of been against that idea because I wanted to get as many different brands on the channel and get lots of exposure for lots of different snowboards, and like tell you guys about as much as possible about the different boards. But an issue I've run into the last year or so, maybe a bit more than a year, is just too many so many companies reaching out and getting actually too much. So it sounds like a bad problem to have, but just having too much gear, too many boards sent, too many different snowboard products, and it's really impossible to just be like riding a different board every single time. And like some channels do it, like TJ at Board Archive, he's like, his channel is based around snowboard reviews. So that's like his channel and expertise. And like there it totally works to be riding as many different boards as possible. But for me, I would rather, instead of trying to ride a bunch of different boards, just find one company that like I want to help build, but also that also wants to support the channel, and we like are helping each other. So that's something I've like right now I'm in the talks with a few different brands, and we are trying to work out like where's the best fit, who's interested, and looking to looking to have like a partner, a brand partner that believes in me just as much as I believe in them. Because I think there are tons of great brands out there, tons of great products. To be honest, it's hard to like not ride a board nowadays that I'm not stoked on. Almost every time I get on a different snowboard, I'm really excited about it. But yeah, I would also like to be working with a company who's like excited to work with me too. So been talking to some brands and we'll see where that goes. But I'll keep you guys posted. I think I should have an answer possibly by next weekend if I do have a company that I'm partnered with and who it is. So that's something I'm like really excited about. Just being able to, just to work with somebody in the industry and see where it goes. Because I think one thing maybe down the road is possibly having like Snowboard Pro Camp, like boards or, bindings, boots, whatever it is. And to do that, I think one way to do that would be through working with a brand that already has a lot of things set up. So lots of fun ideas there. I think it also another benefit of partnering with the brand would be to do some like weirder trips, some like more out there kind of trips, because it can be hard trying to do everything solo, like organizing the trip. I know I've got friends that I do it with, but having that brand that has the connections in different parts of the world could unlock some like really cool trip potential for the snowboard videos. So that's one thing I wanted to tell you guys about. Just being totally transparent with you guys about what I'm doing, what I'm working on. So that's one. The next thing I'm working on, which I think I'm really excited about as well, is I'm switching up some of the content on Instagram, and I'm also branching into TikTok. So if you guys have TikTok or Instagram, and if you're not following me, maybe if you have some time, check out the content. But one thing I've always wanted to do is make vlog content, but also make tutorials, reviews, just like giving advice. And recently I've like found a few different ways to do it on Instagram and TikTok that I'm really stoked on, like doing really short form trick tips or beginner riding tips, or just like snowboard advice in general. I think that those platforms are going to be a place where I can post 3 or 4 times a day to give you guys some really informative or like content that you guys can really use. So YouTube, maybe more type of content that like vlogs, travel, going to cool places, like doing interesting things. And then on the Instagram and TikTok side of social media, like putting out lots of different trick tutorials or riding tutorials, or just like advice in general, or like some entertaining type like highlight videos too. So I've recently, I think, gained almost 1,000 new subscribers on TikTok just like in the last 3 or 4 days, just by putting up some content for you guys like that are more based in like the tutorial side and making it like very quick and to the point. So if you guys are interested in that side of snowboarding and the getting a daily piece of content that's advice for riding, I highly recommend you guys check out my TikTok or Instagram. I'm going to be putting up tons of stuff there. So that's something I'm excited about too, because it's kind of like rounding out the channel a bit more. I know at the beginning, the Snowboard Pro Camp was all tutorials, and then the vlogs, like daily style vlogs, kind of came in more and more, which kind of weaned out a lot of the tutorial style stuff. But now with these other platforms, I can bring that back in and just have like what I would love to do is, for example, like when we're going to Austria in just over a month, if we have a day of riding, can make like a really try to make a cool vlog from that day of riding, but then also from that day take like 4 or 5 different scenes, whether it's like a riding clip or a trick I do, or even if it's something that's beginner or gear related, and then make like 4 or 5 short videos that I can put up onto Instagram and TikTok. So that's like something that I'm going to be working on, and hopefully just keeping with it throughout the season to give you guys lots of different value from the different platforms. So that's another thing. And then the next thing to let you guys know about is the trip to Austria. So we're going back to Hintertux, Austria. Should be riding there. I think it's from the 17th until the 30th of October. So if you guys want to come, if anyone's in the area, you want to come ride with us in Hintertux, that's where we're going to be. It's going to be almost 2 weeks of riding in Hintertux, Austria. So if you're interested in coming and hanging out, that would be amazing. I did a similar thing for Zermatt, Switzerland, and it was really cool. Met tons of people up on the snow park in Zermatt, so got to ride with a bunch of different people and meet people from Italy and Germany and Switzerland and Austria. So that was really cool, kind of letting you guys know ahead of time so that we could do a meetup. So if anyone's in Europe, or if you're free to do a trip, I'll be in Hintertux, Austria for those 2 weeks from about October 17th to the 30th. And yeah, what else is going on? I guess those are the three things I want to talk to you guys about most. The exclusive partnership that I'm talking to a few companies about. Expanding onto TikTok and Instagram with some more content for you guys. And then the upcoming trip. Just really excited in general about the snowboard season. It's only September, there's the snowboard season comes up quick. And I know like some places are opening October, maybe Colorado. I know, Austria is already open. Zermatt, Switzerland's still open. Really exciting time in snowboarding, the anticipation before the season starts. So let's get back onto some questions, see what you guys are doing, get some shout outs going as well. Engen asking about my wiener dog. Yeah, so I've got a new puppy. His name is Jake. He's about 5 months old now. He's a miniature dachshund, or like a wiener dog. And he's doing awesome. He's not here at the moment, but Jake is doing really well. He's growing like every week. I think at his biggest, he's going to be about like 10 to 12 pounds. If he even gets that big. I think right now he's at about like 8 pounds. He's awesome. A lot of work, like taking care of this. This is the first dog I've ever had. And I live in an apartment, so I'm like taking him down for walks and bathroom breaks a lot. But it's amazing having a little puppy around. Mr. Bosky says, is December a good time to go to Zermatt? For Zermatt, I think, a lot of the year is a really good time. I think if you go before Christmas, that's probably a better time to go. So I would say before or after Christmas is probably good. Christmas is probably the busiest and the most expensive time to go to Zermatt. So I don't know. If I was you, I would probably actually wait until like January or February, just because then you have it's more guaranteed that the entire mountain is going to be filled in with snow. If you go in December, there's that risk that not everything's going to be filled in, and you may not have access to some areas just because it's so early in the season. So if I was you, I would wait till January or February. All right. Yeah, lots of people, L Stackers, dropping potatoes in the chat. All right. Ioper saying, have you ever tried a signal board? I've been looking at them. I haven't tried signal boards just because you don't really see them in shops. I think it's like they have that subscription program where you order it online. So I've never actually seen someone riding one in Canada. So I don't even know if they're available, but I'm sure I know Janice Spiteri rides a signal. I think she loves that board. So they could be good. Bogdan says, hello, buddy. How's holding the Adidas boots? Yeah, my Adidas boots are, I think they are retired now. I kind of rode them, I rode them a lot in the last, almost the last year, the last 10 months. And I definitely need a new pair. They've just kind of worn out. But yeah, apparently Adidas is no longer making snowboard boots. So I'm going to be riding a different pair of boots this winter. It's a shame because I love Adidas. I think they were the most comfortable boots I've ever ridden. Like performed super well, really comfortable. I like the look of them, but for whatever reason, Adidas wasn't making enough money, I guess, in snowboarding. So they're moving on. So we'll have to find a new pair of boots to go with. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But Adidas was amazing. Jonah is saying, any new recommendations to buy gear next season? Yeah, to be honest, I'm still up in the air. I don't know. I'll see if this like exclusive brand deal goes through, but also I haven't really like looked at the catalog of all the new gear. But last season had a great time in the park with the Capita Super DOA. Had a really good time in Powder riding the Jones Ultra Mine Expander. Most of the season I was riding 686 outerwear, which was waterproof, really, really great, loose fitting. But also I was riding my Volcom Stretch Gore-Tex jacket and pants, which I still love as well. But yeah, the Adidas boots are great, but no longer making Adidas. And then the Anon M3 goggles I was riding last year they were great as well. So yeah, I was super happy with my gear last year. The year before that too, riding the Libtech Orca. The Orca was a great board, really good in powder for carving. The GNU headspace in the park was really fun, lots of control with the magnet traction edges. So yeah, there's lots of good gear out there. But yeah, maybe check out some of my last year's gear list videos. They kind of break down the whole thing. But I'll probably make a new gear list when I'm in Hintertux. So, and if you can wait a month, I'll be probably releasing my new gear list in about a month. Oh yeah, one more piece of gear I wanted to mention is the Jones Descent backpack. That backpack has probably been my favorite backpack yet. All right, we got a super chat from Old Man Shredder. Thanks, man, one of the OGs on the channel. He says, DWCP crew shout out. By the way, did you drop the bowl with the surf skate? And I want to know how the summerboarding is going. Okay. Sorry, Old Man Shredder, what does it say? By the way, did you guess me drop? I can't read that one, but did I see you drop in with the surf skate? I haven't seen that video, if that's what you're saying. And how's the summerboarding going? To be honest, I haven't been doing much summerboarding. I did some back in June and a bit into July. I did have one more video that I just didn't end up making with the summerboard. But yeah, it's super fun. It's I think the problem for me with the summerboard is, so I'm in Vancouver right now, and there's not a lot of places to ride it. Riding on the street around here, there's so much traffic and the roads are in such bad shape that I'm afraid of hurting myself riding the summerboard. If I lived someplace where there was more space and some roads that weren't busy with traffic all the time, I would probably take it out more, but haven't been able to ride it very much just because of there's not many places here to ride it in Vancouver, which has been a struggle. Fidel wants to know, you gonna come to Colorado this winter? I hope so. Yeah, I'd really like to come to Colorado. Miss riding down there. Hopefully TJ is down there, so hopefully ride with TJ from Board Archive. Also Jonathan Buckhouse, it'd be cool to ride with him. And yeah, just all the guys down in the Colorado area. So would love to get down there, ride with some of the friends from Colorado and link up with some of the other YouTubers as well. Grant says, does your backpack have a hydration system? Would you recommend one that does? I've never gone for the hydration system myself, just because like I think it's better just to have the water bottle. Like I think just having a water bottle in your backpack is, to me, that's good enough. I think with the hydration system, it's like if you put something in there but besides water, I think then it becomes a kind of a hassle to clean out. And yeah, I don't know. I don't like I also don't, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the hydration like bladder in the backpack. I think just having, your water in a bottle is good enough. And like, so I would rather have, my priorities for a backpack would be like having a good waist strap, having, the right size, the right dimensions for what you want. And like just getting all those things good first, and maybe the hydration, if that's if that comes with it as a bonus, that's fine. But for me personally, I think just having a water bottle is good enough. Aresh says, "Hi, I hear you guys have speed limits on the slopes," with the big LOL. Yeah, we do. So in Whistler, there's a lot of like slow zones, making sure that people aren't riding too fast. So that's true. And I know it's in like a lot of the Vail resorts, slow signs. You must be from the US, or sorry, from Europe, where there's pretty much no rules on the mountain. So yeah, there's more rules here for sure. We got one of the OGs on here too, Carrie Pierce. What's up, Carrie? Liam the King says, where is your nearest hill? So at the moment, I'm living in Vancouver, so I have all the like local Vancouver mountains, Grouse, Seymour, Cypress. But yeah, Whistler is about an hour and a half away, and I don't know what the plan is for this winter. I think it's going to be a lot of trips to places to snowboard, but we'll see how that goes. Eric says, anyone ride the 2019 Libtech box knife? I have ridden that board. I have a friend on the chat here, probably, Yannick, who owns that board. I think it's a really good park board. It's got the magnet traction, so it holds an edge really well. It's very light. That's the one thing I remember from it, and my friend telling me about it too. It's like got a really light feel to it. It is a little bit soft, so if you prefer a softer board, like easy to press, very like maneuverable, I think that's a great feature for it. But if you like going fast and like hitting larger features and maybe like doing things with a bit more speed, it may be a little bit too soft for you. So yeah, I think it's like a great beginner to intermediate park board. That's where I think its strength is. Emil says, hey Kevin, I'm thinking about buying the Jones Mountain Twin 2022. Thoughts? Yeah, that could be a really fun board for sure. I think if you like having that freestyle option for all around the mountain, then the Jones Mountain Twin, I think, is a good choice. Also, if you just want like one board for park, for the slopes, for powder, then that could be a good option too. The only thing I would say is that there are trade-offs. So if you're thinking of having it as your everything board, then it's probably not going to be like the easiest board to ride in powder. If you get like a more powder specific board that has a taper and a setback stance, that may make powder board riding easier. But if you think that that's not as important to you as having that like freestyle ability with it, then yeah, if you're leaning more freestyle, then the Jones Mountain Twin is perfect. But if you're not into that much freestyle and you're more into free riding, then maybe look at something a bit more directional and something with a taper. All right, so Kid222 says, I have a question about the GNU head case, you mean headspace, versus the GNU Finest. If you have one, is it worth switching to the other? Where is each strong? Thanks. That's a good question. I think they're very similar boards, the Headspace versus the Finest. So the Finest used to be the space case. I think the difference is that the Finest is like so it's got the reverse camber between the feet. So I think edge to edge is probably going to turn quicker because the nose and tail are going to be lifted off of the snow a little bit more than the Headspace. So it's like a softer, so compared to the Headspace, the Finest, I think it's going to be softer, quicker to turn, but maybe with a little bit less stability. So I think that's the trade-off. So if you need a softer board, I would get it. I would switch to one or the other based on your ability level. So if you're leaning towards more advanced, I'd go to the head case. If you're more leaning towards the like intermediate beginner, I'd go for the Finest. All right, we got a super chat from Newboard. What's up, Newboard? Thanks for hopping on. It's been a while. It says, hey dude, wasn't in here for a long time and did not see much snow too. Corona equals unepic. Okay, greetings. Yeah, Newboard. Well, yeah, thanks for hopping on, man. Yeah, it's good to see you back. But yeah, hopefully things are different this season and we can get some good snow, man, and some good riding. But yeah, appreciate the super chat. And yeah, Newboard, Misty, man, stoked that you're back. Aresh saying, where can you go off slopes with no issues? I want to visit US soon, maybe, or Canada. That's a good question. Like, yeah, where can you go off of the slopes where there's like no issues? That's a tough one. There are like certain mountains out there that are much more like friendly to just riding off of the slopes and like through trees. I would say one place that comes to my mind straight away is Mount Bachelor in Oregon. It's like a very friendly mountain to riding in trees and just like veering off of the slopes and going to explore, because every mountain has different challenges and different hazards. Whistler, for example, it's fairly friendly to like off the slope riding, but there are like risks of cliffs and rivers and just getting lost, riding into somewhere that doesn't take you back to the resort, and you just keep riding out into the mountains and you just keep going. But where other mountains, like for example Mount Bachelor, is they basically have, I think there's a run that goes all the way around the mountain, and so no matter where you go off, you always get caught up. You always get caught by this last kind of road that will bring you back to a chairlift. Doesn't mean that it's like perfectly safe to just ride anywhere on Mount Bachelor. I'm sure there's still some risks, but it's one of the more safe places to go off of the slope. Let me just think. Yeah, like a lot of places, there's lots of risk. Revelstoke here in Canada, yeah, lots of risk if you get lost, or there could be cliffs or rivers. In the US, I'm just thinking, yeah, most of the places, I would say Colorado is a little bit more friendly to riding through trees and that. There's not as many like big cliffs or dangers. But yeah, wherever you go, there's always like hazards. So I think it's best, like if you go someplace new, to learn as much as you can, talk to people, if you can, ride with locals. But yeah, always err on the side of caution and explore slowly and when you feel confident about it. All right, lots of board questions. I guess everyone is like starting to get their snowboard gear. We got Jose Bautista hopping on. What's up, man? What did I miss? I'm sure everyone will fill you in, but yeah, thanks Jose for hopping on. Adam says, does Japan use the same green, blue, black, double black rating system for their mountains? I can't remember. I think they do. Yeah, that's a good question, man. I've been there I've been there 3 times. I should know, but to be honest, I can't remember. That's a good question. Jose with the $10 taco fund. Awesome. Thank you, Jose. Appreciate it, man. I think so. Taco fund. Yeah, that's there's definitely and near me. I think the best place for tacos or burritos is actually Chipotle. So maybe I'll pick up a burrito on you maybe tomorrow night. But tonight there's a really good Chinese place that has like amazing like Szechuan noodles. So tonight is Szechuan night. So spicy Asian noodles tonight. But tomorrow night I'll grab a burrito on you, man. Thanks for the support. El Stacker is telling me that I missed a few super chats. So let me go and check them out. Oh, I did. Saturday Farm Stand with this $2 super chat. Awesome. Thanks, Saturday Farm Stand, for the support. Matt Kramer with the $5 Canadian. Thanks, man. Says, I moved to Vancouver last month and bought a season pass to Whistler. Hope to see you in the trees, man. Awesome, Matt Kramer. That's amazing. Where did you move from? And yeah, I guess they had the sale on the Whistler pass was like ended last week. I still haven't gotten mine. I'm not sure which pass to get, or if I'm going to get any pass at all, or just like pay for tickets as I go. But that's sweet that you got your season's pass and that you moved to Vancouver, man. That's sick. Yeah, Matt, where did you move from? Anel Stacker with the $2 and dropping the potato fund. Awesome. Thank you, man. We'll definitely get some potatoes on El Stacker. Some Idaho. I'm going to look for the Idaho potatoes. And thank you, El Stacker, for letting me know that I was missing all those super chats. Emil says, how do you decide what size snowboard to get? When choosing your snowboard size, I think there's a few different things that go into it. The first one is just checking the sizing chart, like on a website where you're doing your shopping. So most snowboard websites, when you're clicking on a board and then you go to the sizes, there'll also be a sizing chart, and you basically match up your weight to the size of the board. So for me, I'm 190 pounds. So for a park board, I usually fall in between the like 158, 159 size park board. And for a park board, you do want it to be a little bit shorter, just because you want it to be that much more maneuverable. So being able to do quicker turns, having the board be that little bit, a bit lighter, and like just those things, like if you're hopping onto a rail, having a little bit less of a nose and tail also help. So you don't want it to be too long, but you also don't want it to be too short, because for the terrain park, if your board is too short, then that means that the edge of your board can't support all of your weight, and you may start to like slide out or feel like you don't have any control. So there's like a balance there. So the best thing to do is like look at the size, the weight range that it recommends, and then go from there. And then the other thing is for like powder boards or like all mountain boards or free ride boards, is for those boards, it's a bit different too, because for that style of riding, you do want a bit of a longer board too. So just do the same thing, look at the sizing chart, find your weight, what size boards they recommend, and then base the length of the board on like the style of like free riding you want to do. So if you just like cruising, slowly through the trees, you may actually want to get a shorter and wider like powder board or free ride board, because those style of boards kind of lend themselves to going mellow, to not like going too fast, and being able to do, say, quick turns through trees, and the width actually helps you to float. But if you like doing like fast carving or like big alpine riding where you're riding really fast through powder and or like darting through trees, then you might want a longer board that actually supports your weight and gives you stability at high speeds. So again, yeah, like checking the sizing scale, finding your weight, the size it recommends, and then maybe looking at like leaning towards the longer end of the spectrum in terms of the boards. So a few things to consider, but I think if you think of the style of riding you want to do, that can help you to line up with the perfect size board for you. V1 Bez says, I need a free ride board. What are your top 3? So my personal top 3, not that you would love all these boards, but for me, these are the best ones. I would go, so free ride, Libtech Orca, that's in the top 3. Jones Ultramind Expander, and a third one. What's a third one? Oh, I don't know. Those two are so much of my favorites that I'm having a block on what the third one would be. Let me think. What else did I ride last year? I rode some good spring brake boards. I rode some battalions. Oh man. What else have I ridden? I'm gonna go with those two. Those two like stick out so much. The Orca and the Ultramind Expander. Oh, Strickton saying you liked the double dog. I did, yeah. I really enjoyed those like 3D Burton shapes as well. I didn't quite ride them enough though to give them like the full. Oh, I just thought, yeah, to give them like the full the full recommendation. But yeah, those Burton ones are really fun too. Pierce Minter says 3-year rider. I love carving and want to get more into park. Any recommendations? Also, a few super chats. Awesome. Thanks, Pierce Minter. Yeah, maybe something like the Jones Mountain Twin, because you can still like get some carving in on it, and then it could be good for the park too. So yeah, that style of board that's maybe like a stiffer park board that will help you either with carving or for taking it into the park. All right, back into the super chats. We got Michael Young. What's up, Michael? Says, love the videos. Just got my first board, Solomon Sleepwalker. I saw your video on the union bindings and was thinking about getting the Forces. Good idea, or do you have a better recommendation? Yeah, man, I think, the Forces are really good. The Forces are like a good, I think, do everything style binding. If you want to go a bit more aggressive, if you're just into like for carving or for powder, I would check out the Atlas. I think the Atlas have like the upper hand when it comes to just with free riding or riding the whole mountain. Or if you want more of a freestyle leaning binding, then maybe check out something like the Stratus. But the Forces are good. They're kind of like the in-between. So depending on your style of riding, but Forces are great. More aggressive all mountain, go with the Atlas. A bit more forgiving park riding, check out the Stratas. But yeah, you really can't go with any of those 3, man. Thanks for the support. Bad Riders with the Australian Super Chat says, Kev, can we get a shout out to the DWCP homies? Yeah, for sure. Shout out to DWCP. If you guys don't know, it's a group of the riders on here who have all met, and they've created I think is it just the Facebook group? It may be more, but it's like a group of friends and snowboarders who created a cool group. So yeah, shout out to the DWCP homies. Yeah, I still get the notifications on my phone about the your Facebook messages, so I'm like tuning in and checking out what people are saying too. Chuck Van with the $5 Australian. What's up, Chuck? Thanks for hopping on, man. I checked out a few of your live streams, like some of the replays too, and yeah, it's sick that you're getting some live streams going yourself. Chuck says, good to see the return of SBC live. Any specific travel plans after Austria? Going back to Whistler. At the moment, Chuck, I don't know what's going to happen after Austria. I think in November, like Colorado is a pretty sure place to go for early season. I know Whistler opens up in November too. I think I'm going to try to book the plans as early as possible to like let you guys know where I'll be going. But there's so many different things kind of like possibly holding up trips, like if any borders close or anything like that. So it's going to be like the month before making the plans and then doing trips. So I'm not sure yet after that, but we'll let you know. We were planning on going to China for the Winter Olympics and a Japan trip before that, like sort of late January, early February. But I think those plans are maybe going to be put on hold because of the travel restrictions. So yeah, it may be a more US, Canada heavy season. And last year, because I was in Whistler for the majority of the season, I feel like getting out and like exploring some different mountains is just really due. So going to try to have a travel heavy season, and we'll see how far we can take it, how many different places we can go, but it may be limited to the Canada and US. But if we can go to Europe or if we can go to Japan, we'll definitely be making some trips out there as well. Bad Riders saying, do you have the Hero 10? I have mine. Oh, cool, man. You have the GoPro Hero 10. I don't have it yet, but yeah, let me know. Give us some feedback, Adam. How is the GoPro Hero 10? I'm definitely going to get one. Yeah, I'd be stoked too if they came out with a new 360 camera. I'd be interested in getting like if they have a new Max coming out. If you guys know if they have a new GoPro Max coming out too, let me know, because that's really fun to film with as well. Rick Kinzer with the super chat. Thanks for the support, Rick. Rick says, is it snowing up there yet? Also, have you boarded Mount Baker, Washington? How is it? So I did see that Whistler got some snow up on the mountain. So the mountains are getting some snow, some dustings up there. So that's pretty exciting. It's been cold too. So the temperatures are definitely dropping, and we're getting more rain, a lot more rain. We had like one of the hottest and driest summers in BC that I think we've ever had, like maybe the hottest on record. But now the temperature has really dropped. The rain is coming, so I imagine that's going to bring a lot of snow too, especially to the mountaintops. And yeah, Mount Baker, I think I can see Mount Baker, not from my apartment, but if I walk someplace where I had a view, I think Mount Baker, you can see Mount Baker from Vancouver. I've never boarded there, but I've heard that it's like a big mountain that has that like small mountain feel. I think it's pretty limited in terms of like the chairlifts, but I'll definitely hit up Mount Baker a lot this season if I can drive across the Canada-US border. So yeah, that's definitely one of my goals for the season is to go to Mount Baker, Washington. So hopefully can make some videos for you guys from there. But yeah, Rick, thanks for the support, man. Old Man Shredder with another super chat says SBC at Bogus. Let's go. And drop some potatoes. Yeah, man, I would love to go to Bogus Basin, ride with Elliot, and maybe get TJ out there too, and have like get El Stacker on the live chat. That would be amazing. So I'd love to go to Boise, Idaho, and ride at Bogus Basin. So let's. I'm gonna try to make that happen this season too. Would love would love to ride down there. So we're gonna keep an eye on things, keep in touch with El Stacker, and hopefully can make it happen. Maybe we can El Stacker, if you have room in your camper, maybe I can crash with you for a night or two. All right, thanks for all the super chats, guys. Appreciate it. Rick saying that Crystal Mountain is 60 miles from me. Awesome, man. Yeah, I love Washington, all the Washington resorts. One of my favorite places is Stevens Pass. I haven't been to Crystal yet, but we'll have to hit up that spot too. El Stacker says, I would love to. Awesome, man. I'll let you know. Hopefully I can make it to Boise. I would probably fly. I think it's too far to drive. It's like a, what is it, like maybe a 15-hour drive? So maybe I would fly. Maybe I would drive. I don't know. Bad Rider says, no news on the new Max, but they have been updating shooting modes. So that's cool. So far, the 10 looks like it's going to, kill the GoPro 9. Amazing. Yeah, I think that's what it kind of does. Like every year, the new GoPro comes out, and the features are just always next level. So that's been one of the most fun things about making the videos and having the channel is actually just getting the new GoPro every year, because it's actually, the GoPro is really making creating snowboard videos just that much easier every season. The one issue though is that once you start filming in like 4K with like 60 or 120 frames a second, it then starts to like make your computer like really work overtime. So that's, the new GoPros are also making me upgrade my cameras or computers every few years. So that's been tricky to keep up with too. Ben says, should I go sweatshirt and Gore-Tex shell or get an insulated 15K jacket for here in Michigan? I already have the Gore-Tex shell. Ben, if you already have the Gore-Tex shell, I would say, yeah, wear that with something warm underneath. Maybe get like a good base layer, and then have the sweatshirt or a hoodie underneath. I would say even if you didn't already have the Gore-Tex shell, I was going to recommend, doing a shell, and then you can just layer underneath how you need to. I think that's always the way to go. The way to go for sure. Chuck Van says, Kevin in the camper, let's go. Yeah, that would be awesome. I would love that. Doruk says, hi Kevin, hopefully you come to Verbier, Switzerland this year. Would love to hit up Verbier as well. Europe has so many places to go. It's crazy. So many amazing spots. New board with another super chat and dropping the rainbow pony sticker. Thank you, new board. Appreciate it. I love those stickers. That's awesome. Jose says he's going to crash too. All right, we may need a second camper, Jose. We'll have like our own little like RV park, and we'll all be drying our boots by the fire at night. That would be perfect. Actually, maybe that would be a really cool idea. I need to. I don't know if I need to buy. Maybe I should buy like a camper van and just tour around in it, kind of like Buckhouse style. El Stacker, all right, he's already offered the airport pickup. Perfect. All right, let's go to Boise. If you had to choose one board for the rest of your life, which would it be? Super DOA? Man, that's a tough one. Yeah, it might be the Super DOA just because you can make it work in powder. It's not very good in powder, obviously, but it's fun in the park, and it's stiff enough for the powder. So that would probably be it. to tell you the truth. Art says, what about the GNU Rider's Choice? Do you recommend as all mountain? Greetings from Poland. Yeah, the GNU Rider's Choice can definitely be all mountain and freestyle. But yeah, it's not a great board for the powder, but I think it is stiff enough to kind of like let you ride the entire mountain. So it can definitely work. Chuck Van says Kevin and TJ head to toe on the far side of the camper, and Jose on the couch. Perfect. That'd be a good setup. Rick with another super chat says, you come down from Crystal Mountain, or you come down from Crystal or any mount in Washington, you have a sofa to crash on. Awesome. Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, we'll let you know. We'll be in touch. What part of Washington do you live in? Are you in Seattle or like one of the towns nearby? Let me know, man. Matthew wants to know, what board do you reckon the Union Atlas fit best on? So many boards. That style of binding is really best on like an all mountain board, free ride, powder specific. Any of those kinds of boards I think are best for the Atlas. I think they're too, for me, they're too like stiff for the terrain park. So I wouldn't recommend them on a park board, but anything that's like all mountain, free ride or powder specific, I would definitely recommend the Atlas. Austin Giles says, thoughts on the Apex Orca. I haven't seen the Apex Orca yet. What is that? You have to tell me about it. I've heard of the name, but what are the details? Is it like a more expensive, like beefed up Orca? That could be fun to ride. El Stacker's right. You don't understand. We need a camper van. That's right, El Stacker. We do. We need a camper van. Jose with another super chat. Thanks, man, for the support. More tacos to come. He says, you can rent campers in almost any state in the U.S., LOL, but I'm down to have a week camp tour. Hit up Bogus and Jackson Hole. Definitely, man. I am concerned about Jackson Hole with the camper just because when I was there, it was getting down to like negative, it was like, I can't remember, like negative 25 Fahrenheit, like at night. It was getting super cold, but we could risk it. I guess if we have like the heater on the inside, and if they're winterized, if the campers are winterproof, then yeah, we can do it. We won't have any pipes freezing, but yeah, that sounds intense, but I'm down. I'm down for renting some campers. Old Man Strutter says you could hit up Casey and rent one of his campers. Oh, that's true. Yeah, he's just got his camper probably hanging out somewhere while he's in, where is he, in Indonesia? Yeah, Casey Willax. Let me borrow your camper, man. I'll promote the bulletproof coffee while I'm in your camper. Brian Yao says, hey Kevin, what kind of riding is your favorite? I do love all kinds of riding, but I would have to say like a deep powder day is definitely my favorite. Recently I've been looking through like a lot of my old videos, and the ones I go to the most are definitely just like the deep pow days when the snow is like light and you're like riding with friends and exploring the mountain. I think you can't beat it. Especially when you have powder and the sun's out. When you get lucky and it happens to be a sunny powder day, I feel like those are just the best. That's why it's so like addictive too to go back to Japan every season, because the powder is like almost guaranteed, and yeah, you're just like exploring and hanging out with your friends. I think that's it's just the feeling is incredible. So definitely the powder days. All right, so Rick is in Spanaway, Washington on Highway 7. Okay, cool, man. I'll have to look that up. We'll check it out. Daniel says, any travel plans in Canada for this season? No plans yet, but yeah, it would be great to get into the interior of BC to some different resorts out there. So we'll see how that goes, but yeah, I would love to get out there. Austin saying, yeah, it looks like the Orca on steroids, 1,000 US. Wow, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, they just must have some like more tech in it for more like stability, I would imagine, more like pop through the tail maybe, more dampening. I bet it's I bet they've done a great job on that board. All right. Derek says, if you had to pick between the Orca or Mind Expander, which and why? Good question, Derek. So I think the Orca is probably a more well-rounded board in terms of you can ride it in like a more of a bigger variety of conditions. So from like carving on the slopes to going through tight trees to riding at high speeds through powder. I think the Orca does all that really well. The only issue I have with the Orca is that the more like aggressive my riding got, I feel like I wanted it to be a little bit stiffer. So that's why last year I moved to the Ultra Mind Expander. It was stiffer, and the Ultra Mind Expander also had the 3D like contoured spoon nose. So with the Ultra Mind Expander, you have this board that like at high speeds, you just feel like you have a bit more stability, and that 3D like spooned out nose, the rock from like through turns felt just really smooth. But I feel like the Ultra Mind Expander is maybe not for everyone just because it's probably a bit too stiff. So I would say the more like everyone board is probably the Orca. So yeah, I would be happy with either one. They're both really fun to ride. I did ride the Orca once last season, and it was so much fun to ride. I swapped it with Andreas, and yeah, it was super fun to ride. All right, lots of good comments and questions. Thank you guys. So yeah, let's do a few more minutes, a couple more questions, and then I'm gonna. Okay, here we go. Daryl Gregg with the super chat. Thanks for the support, man. No question or sticker, just the support. Same with Saturday Farm Stand, another $2 super chat. Thanks for the support, man. Robert Fowler with the super chat. Robert has a really good question. Thank you, Robert. He says, any new merch dropping? Yes, there is lots of new merch coming soon. So I've ordered some new beanies. I'll keep the color a surprise, but I've got some new beanies on the way. Bad Riders says red beanies. You might be right. You could be right. But yeah, new beanies on the way. Also, friends of the channel and good friends of mine, Yannick and Rav, have been working on a line of snowboard outerwear, snowboard apparel. So like some hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve that are going to be available shortly as well. And they're not just going to have not just going to be like the standard SPC logo, but there's actually some really cool designs on them. Some scenes some like artwork and scenes of like moments from some of the videos, and yeah, just some like cool designs. There's also going to be so this is the 10th year of Snowboard Pro Camp. I started the channel in 2011. So we have like a 10th anniversary shirt coming out, And yeah, some really good merch. The guys have done an amazing job. We've collaborated on it, but to be honest, Yannick and Rava have done most of the work on the designs, and we're also trying to make sure the quality is like really top quality stuff. The goal is to design merch that we would be like really excited to wear. So as we're like going through the designs and the type of shirts, we're just trying to figure out like what would we want to wear. So that stuff is coming out soon, hopefully in the next week or two. So yeah, we'll have some announcements about new merch, and the beanies are coming. I think there may even be a SPC bucket hat. So bucket hat, new stickers. We've got stickers in the process. And yeah, that's all gonna launch in the next week or two. So really excited about the new merch. In the past, because I've just been doing everything solo. It's been hard for me to like stay on top of all the different merch, but with my friends helping me out, it's really opened up the ability to produce some different merch. So excited about that. And yeah, let's double check, make sure I didn't miss any super chats. I think I got them all. All right. Awesome, guys. So yeah, just over an hour. Thank you guys for watching. Weekly live chats are back. How to do it with the upcoming snowboard season. Just getting so excited about riding. So yeah, every Sunday at 3 p.m. I'll do a live stream just to talk to you guys about everything coming up on the channel, answer any of your questions, and just to like hang out and catch up with everyone, because it's been too long. I was doing the live chats sporadically, but it's hard then to meet up with everybody. So it's good to see all the OGs back, all the old faces, the DWCP crew guys, just everyone from all over the world tuning in. So we'll keep it going every Sunday. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys get the chance, check out my Instagram and TikTok as well. Right before I came on here, I uploaded a new video to TikTok, and one series I'm doing over there is I'm breaking down like all the different tricks you can learn first into like short 15-second videos. So if you guys want any like tutorials, advice, I'm gonna be doing a lot of that on TikTok. So I think on TikTok, if you just look up Snowboard Pro Camp _, that's my account. And yeah, it's a fun way to get up lots of different content. We do have one more super chat from Chuck Van. Chuck says that merch sounds awesome. Those twins operate on a whole other level. What legends? Get me a bucket hat. Awesome, Chuck. Yeah, yeah, they are in a different level. I think like the power of being twins, there's something added there. There's something extra. They have like the know-how and knowledge of like of twins like combined, and they're just putting out like crazy amazing merch. So stay tuned for that. They'll be on the trip to Austria, so we'll be able to really showcase the new merch for you guys in Austria. So can't wait for that. TJ is coming to Austria too from Board Archive. And NGen's coming as well. NGen's coming too, so he's going to be on that trip. But yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in. Yeah, shout out to the other YouTubers as well. You guys like Jonathan and Casey and TJ, and a bunch of the like Janice, everybody. Been watching everyone's videos, so show some support to the whole community. And yeah, stoked on everyone's season. And yeah, let's go. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Later.